Hey, you guys, it's Ani. Happy Friday, you guys. Today, I'm going to do a little bit of a different video. I have subscriber questions. I'm just going to do 2 today, and I'll get really into 2. Am I losing focus here? Okay. Get your drinks, get your snacks, you guys. It's going to be an amazing weekend. I wish you guys amazing success after watching this video. If you guys have not checked out the last 2 Friday videos, check it out. Amazing success story from one of my clients. We had 1 session and she got movement. A year and a half of no contact with her specific person. They got back into contact after she did the homework. And I always talk about consistency. I always talk about how important it is to do your homework, the one I at least assign, because the way I assign homework is for you to learn manifestation as it's your natural power, not as you always have to try and struggle so hard to get movement. Because a lot of people get stuck thinking they have to do 1,000 techniques a day or 1,000 affirmations a day. I literally, and no shame, no judgment to anyone. When I first was learning, I thought, oh, okay, well, if repetition works, and it, imprints on your subconscious mind, then let me just repeat 1,000 affirmations a day. Or if I do 10,000, maybe it'll imprint faster, right? Or let me flip thoughts all day, every day, because if perspective change works, then I'll get my manifestation faster. So do those things work? Yes. But can you get your manifestation faster with less effort? Absolutely. I think it's more beneficial for you to learn how to manifest things faster with less effort. Sometimes that effort can backfire on you. Sometimes you pushing up against that desire and trying to manipulate the crap out of it to get what you want can take much longer than it would if you didn't have that tight grip on it. So just please keep that in mind. One of my subscribers asked, Ani, can you please make a video on free will? Can you explain how your specific person doesn't have a free will? Thank you. Yes, ma'am, I can explain it. Before that, did we say get your drinks, get your snacks, get your drinks, get your snacks, you guys? We're going to have an amazing weekend. No matter what you're going through, you're going to have a miraculous, successful weekend, no matter what you do, no matter what your circumstances are, no matter what you've been through. Cheers to that. You guys, I've been craving like water so much lately. I have to comment down. All right, let's talk about free will, you guys. So you have probably heard, people don't have free will, or people you're manifesting, they think what you think. You can control them. They're your puppet. You've probably heard that before. I don't like to put it in that way. Oh, they're your puppet. You can control them. But I would like you, if my teaching resonates with you, I would like you to picture it this way. Imagine you are the center of your universe. Okay, so it's this universe, round globe, let's say, and you're smack dab in the middle of it. Okay? Every person you've ever come across, you will ever come across, past people, past relationships, family members, whatever, whoever you can think of, whoever you can imagine, whoever you've come across. I want you to think of it this way. You have invisible strings coming out of your brain, and all the ends of those strings, one end is all here, and the other ends of the string are connected to those people's brains or bodies, let's say. No matter how many thousands of miles they are away from you, they're still connected with you. Let me draw a picture just in case I butchered that explanation. Like, I feel like I butchered it. All right. I actually, if you're an OG viewer of mine, I've said this many times before. I've gone to art school. I know how to draw, but for the sake of this video, we're going to do stick figures. Okay? Okay. All right. So I'm just going to draw a bunch of people. So here you are. Let me just make this much better. Okay. Here you are. All right. Here are different people in your reality. So, for example, this could be your ex, this could be your current person, this could be your high school friend, whatever. Random people in your reality, okay? And they can be thousands of miles away from you. They can be your next door neighbor. It doesn't matter how far they are, the things they went through in their life, the circumstances, whatever. Imagine you have these invisible strings connected from your brain, your subconscious mind, to theirs. Okay. Now, is this proven? Yes, but not in the way I just drew it. Okay. This way of drawing it is how I imagine it to be and how it helps me picture it. So if this helps you, comment down below. So there is a actual experiment that's proven that when you, the observer, view the atoms in your reality, which, what are atoms, right? What are humans? We're a bunch of vibrating atoms. We're built like a bunch of vibrating atoms, and we look solid, right? But everything is vibration, everything is energy. So we're just this ball of energy vibrating at a certain frequency where we look solid. Okay. So anyway, that is called the double slit theory, double slit experiment, by the way. It's no longer a theory. It's been proven that when you view something, it changes per your observation. So that thing is still until you put your observation on it. When you put your observation on it, it changes to match the way you're observing it. That's the best way I could put it. I'm sure in a more scientific way and bigger words and bigger scientific words, it's explained much deeper. I've watched the experiment 1,000 times. The visual is amazing. You can totally Google it or YouTube it, whatever. But just take my word for it if you just want to watch this video and nothing else. So you are your whole universe. Everything is connected to you in this way. As far away as these people go, they still feel you, they still hear you. They don't think it's you though. They think it's their own mind, right? So when someone says, "Oh, do people have free will?" They think it's their idea. Okay? But this is how it works. Because a lot of you are like, well, I'm thinking of this in one way. Like, I keep thinking about this person. Why doesn't this person think about me? Why don't they show me that it works? Why doesn't the person show me or reach out to me if I'm thinking about them so much? If I'm implanting in my mind that they love me, they choose me, they want to be with me, why aren't they showing me? Right? And I'll tell you why. Because just how I explained, when you are observing something, it has to behave in the way you're observing it. So if you are observing, choose me, you must choose me, you love me, why don't you love me? Why haven't you been showing up that you love me? Why aren't you showing me that you love me? This is what happens. There's a push and pull in energy, okay? So when you're being in that lack state, in that manipulative state, can you even see what I'm doing? There we go. When you're being in that lack and in that trying mode, you're pushing this energy, or maybe I should say you're pushing energy onto this person. So you're sending the energy of you want to be chosen, you want to be loved, you want to be prioritized by this person. But when all you do is push it onto them, they don't really have space to reflect it back to you. Okay? When you stop the push and when you allow, now this person that's connected to you, no matter how far they are, can finally push up against you with their energy of wanting, acknowledging, responding to what you've been reflecting to them so they can reflect it back onto you. So there is a push and pull in energy. And I can prove it to you. For those of you who haven't experienced that push and pull, I really doubt you haven't experienced it by now, because if you're anyone that's thought of a thought and then received it, or if you've ever thought of something and then you saw evidence of it, when did you see evidence of it? You probably saw evidence of it when you forgot about it or you let it go. So the best way I can explain this in a visual is, have you ever seen those cartoons? Or if you have a cat, have you ever seen when you're looking at your cat and they're like far away and then you hide and then you look back at them and they're closer and then you hide and then you look back at them and they're a step closer and a step closer and a step closer? If you have cats, you know what I mean. When you're not looking, they're walking to you. When you look at them, they stop. That's how cats are. That's exactly what your manifestation looks like behind the scenes. It's coming to you, but then when you look at it and you check for it, it stops. And then it's coming to you closer, closer, closer when you're detached, when you're allowing it. And then you look at it again, you're checking for it again, and it stops. So now, does that always happen with every manifestation? No, not necessarily. The things you don't have resistance to, that's not always the case. But the things that you have resistance to, like if it's a person, you've been waiting a very long time for this person, or you have a lot of limiting beliefs with this person, or maybe even if it's money. You guys, whatever I'm talking about energy. A human being is energy. Money is energy. It's all vibration. It's all frequency. Okay? So when you're looking at something, and by the way, this is what Neville Goddard talks about. Every manifestation guru talks about this. Allowing equals accepting. Detachment equals allowing. Okay? Neville Goddard also says you cannot occupy two states at once. What does that mean? You cannot be in lack and receive. And you also can't be in receiving mode and lack something either, because it's going to show up. If you're in the proper alignment of receiving, sooner or later you're going to receive it. You're going to see the evidence of it. But if you're not aligned and your nervous system is dysregulated and you're not open to receiving, you're actually more inclined to manipulate, to try harder, to affirm more. Let's affirm more. Let's affirm more to get what we want because it's not here yet. You're literally in the lane of lack. And in that lane, it's literally what I was explaining a few seconds ago. It's like you're looking at that cat. The cat's not going to move until you look away. When you look away, it comes closer. If you guys have cats and you know what I mean, comment down below. If you don't, but you still know what I mean, comment down below. And if you still don't know what I mean, just watch a video on cats playing with their owners or each other and watch how they tiptoe, and then stop, and then tiptoe, and then stop. And I'm sure you've seen cartoons like that too. When you're looking at something, it moves and it stops moving. And then it comes a little closer, and then you look at it again, it stops moving. It's like a game. But your manifestation is like that. That's thought transmission as well too. That's how thought transmission works too. Have you noticed when you're thinking about calling someone, or you've been thinking about them, like I haven't heard from this person in a long time, right? The moment you go and occupy yourself and you do something else, it could be a second later, it could be an hour later, it could be a few days later, it could be a few weeks later. The moment you really let go of the idea that you need to be in control 24/7 to get that thing, the moment you let it go and the moment you allow it is when it comes. You look down on your phone, you get the call. A lot of my successful clients that are watching this video now, comment down below. I want these new viewers to see that you've experienced it. To all my successful clients, to even, you know what I also see a lot of? Sometimes I'll have brand new clients, brand new one-on-one sessions. It's their first time coaching with me. And they'll be talking about their SP and how they haven't heard from them in a long time and they really want to manifest them back. And as I'm asking them questions, as they're kind of forced to think about almost like I'll ask them questions and it'll drift away from the SP topic. Not on purpose. I'm just getting to know you as a client, like a buddy, right? The more I know, the more I can help you, right? So the more I'm asking about, your lifestyle, like how do you spend your time from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed? What do you do? What's your mindset like? Whatever. As they start detaching from SP and they start talking about them only, 9 out of 10 times, like their SP calls them. Do you know how many times I've experienced someone coming to coach with me, haven't heard from their SP in forever, and as we talk about a little different topic and they're finally able to shut down that topic in their mind for even a few seconds, their phone starts ringing because their SP's calling, or they got the job interview, or they got the money deposited in their bank account that they were waiting for. This is because there's a give and take in energy. There's a push and pull. When you finally stop pushing, everything you've been pushing for finally pushes back on you. That thought transmission, that free will, only you have it. But you have to learn how to allow what you want to show up. So, do people have free will, or do you only have free will? In your reality, it's only you. But you have to learn how to allow what you want to see to show up. That's the trick. It's not just about you knowing that, only I have free will. Everyone is my puppet. It's not just saying it, or it's not just like, everyone's my puppet. No, you need to learn how to allow, because even though you are the only person with free will, there is a fine line of push and pull. And when you push too much, you're not going to see that you're the only one with free will. You're going to see that the people you're working with are making their own choices, and sometimes their choices go against what you're wanting to see because of your intention and energy behind the push and pull. If this makes sense, comment down below, you guys. Another subscriber and another viewer asked me another question. I'll get into that very quickly. They asked if anything is possible. No, she says, so anything is possible, ? Even when you are signing divorce papers and he said he doesn't love you anymore? Absolutely. Absolutely. Your circumstances don't matter. I've probably made a million videos on this topic in the last few years. I've been coaching, and all these thousands of clients I've helped get success. Your circumstances don't matter. It goes back to the push and pull. Most likely, if you're at that stage, if you're divorced, if you're already in a process of divorce or breaking up, you've already pushed so much that you haven't allowed the reflection that you want come back at you, because you've been pushing with your energy. Have you been doing it on purpose? No. A lot of times, no, you're not pushing on purpose. But what you're doing is through your fear, your doubt, your worry, your anxiety. Now, you don't get to a breakup or a divorce just by one thought. It happens from maybe a disagreement, and then another disagreement, and then another, and then the result of that disagreement, you get out of alignment, you have a dysregulated nervous system, you are probably in flight or fight mode a lot, you're in survival mode, and it's like a snowball effect. At that point, you just get result after result after result, not in a good way. Then it leads to that big evidence of a final breakup, which doesn't matter. Circumstances don't matter. I don't care if they're signing divorce papers. I don't care if they've signed it 10,000 times already with you before. None of that matters. What matters is how are you navigating your energy in the present moment, because your present moment is what's creating your next 5 seconds, your next 10 seconds, your next hour, your next day, your next year. Your present moment is creating that. So the way you're reacting to current circumstances is what's affecting your evidence to come. If this video helped you guys, comment down below. I share success stories all the time. Check out the shorts. Check out all our other social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I'm always posting my client successes and their emails. Whoever obviously allows, privacy is everything, but whoever allows me to share, I'm always sharing real success stories. And I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing, you guys. The way I teach you is not by force. It's by you tapping into your birthright, your God-given power of co-creating with God, with the universe, with whatever you want to call it. I love you. I will see you in next Friday's video. You better have an amazing, amazing weekend. Promise me. Comment down below, say promise. And may it be filled with amazing manifestations until I see you again. If you need coaching with me, you guys, I am fully booked, but don't worry. If you get on the wait list, you can totally manifest a time with me quickly, or email our reception, sessions@createyourfuture.co is the email. Email us, and reception will help you get a time with me. I love you, each and every one of you. I will see you next Friday. Bye.